Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Valley Forum 2 in Malden. I'm Paul McNamara, here with Andrew Greenberg and Pat Serino, our producer, our director, our videographer, our internet guy. So there's 8 of us here, and 6 of them are Pat Serino. But it's great to be with you here, the championship game of the Serino Christmas Classic. And Andrew, these are the 2 teams we thought we'd see here tonight, Malden Catholic and Austin Prep, the preseason number 4 and number 8 teams in the state, according to Hockey Night in Boston. And although those were the guys we thought would be in the final, we saw a pretty good warm-up game in the consolation here between Hingham and St. Mary's.
Yeah, absolutely. Hingham and St. Mary's put on a pretty spirited contest in the consolation game. Certainly neither of them treated it like it was a consolation. And for teams with, postseason designs like the 2 of them, every point matters, even early in the year. They're all precious. But I think you're right when you say that the 2 teams we're seeing tonight, nobody's surprised to see these 2 teams here in the championship game, except for perhaps people that might be related to the St. Mary's or Hingham programs.
Well, every team loses guys from year to year, and the St. Mary's and Hingham teams both lost key guys, and so they're a little bit notch below in the rankings where they were last year, but they're still discovering who can do what out there, who plays well with whom, and like these teams, like everybody in the state at this point. But right now we've had a chance to talk to Lou Finiciaro from the coach at Austin Prep. We had a chance to talk with a couple of players from Malden Catholic, and it's there's similar stories. Both teams are getting used to who goes where, like I just said, and both coaches are cautious, saying it's early in the year, and as Lou says, it's not where you are, it's where you finish. It's not where you are now, it's where you finish. And both of these teams have experience. Obviously, they've both been in the finals of the Super 8.
Yeah.
And right now, we want to go to the public address announcer. Listen to words about Christy Serino.
We remind everyone in attendance that good sportsmanship is one of the primary goals of interscholastic athletic programs. Our student athletes recognize that judgment calls are made in good faith, and they must abide by the decision of the officials. Spectators can support their interscholastic program by refraining from derogatory remarks or jeers. We hope you will enjoy the game and we will support all participants in a positive, sportsmanlike manner. And now for tonight's start lineup, with the visiting improvement of Austin Prep.
Nice words from the PA, and now the introduction of the opening lineups for Austin Prep. It'll be Dan O'Toole, the senior, on 1D. Mike DeShulo, a couple of seniors back there, good size, good experience. Mike Egan will start at right wing. McKennelly on the left, and they'll be centered by number 21, alternate captain Eric McAdams. And the goaltender will be Cam Hill. And they will skate out together as a team. And now for the other end of the ice, we'll have the introduction of the Lancers. Pat Harrington, the junior out of Stoneham, number 55. John McClay, number 20, the veteran senior out of North Andover. Up front, Jake Witkowski will start. Great game yesterday, the senior out of Melrose. Corey Goldstein, who had a goal yesterday, the junior out of Melrose, will start on left wing. And in the middle, Justin Collins, the sophomore from Wilmington, his first year on varsity here. And Alex Reeses, the senior out of Arlington, will get the start tonight. Andrew, he watched yesterday as Kyle Casey got the win, but now we're going to hear, we'll listen in on the national anthem. Rather, dropping the first puck first. Christy Serino's sons, Tony and Matt, will drop the puck between John McLean and Cam Russo. And nice ceremony in honor of Christy. Keep the tradition going. It meant so much to Malden Catholic and to hockey in general. And now this will be followed by the national anthem.
The national anthem is performed by Malden Catholic Senior Christian Choral. Thank you very much. Oh, sing and you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose lost Christ and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran there, bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great rendition of the anthem by senior of Malden from Malden Catholic, and with the ceremonies in the books, nice ceremonies. We will get ready for a championship game here, and we see across the way Mike Abelson relocating to be right near the action in the penalty box, the press box taking over the penalty box over there. But we want to thank Mike Abelson for a great job calling the first game along with Andrew Greenberg. And Andrew, he gave him great support, and Mike Abelson did some color work with us last year, and great to have him around. He's doubling up on his duties with ESPN Boston, and called a good game between Hingham and St. Mary's, and you guys were right on top of the action. So thanks very much to Mike Abelson.
Well, we have a nice big crowd on hand here. Looking forward to a good one.
Great crowd. Some kids, some players from other teams here. Saugus, Arlington Catholic. You know, it's a big game. They want to see it. Right off the opening go, Malden Catholic into the zone. Backhand by Collins goes across the crease and wide. Austin Prep tries to come out the right wing, but Jake Witkowski collects it at center ice and wrists it back in deep. On it back there is big Colin Murphy. Murphy to Veria. Veria quickly up the left wing for Finicaro. Off his skates onto the stick of McLean. He loses, and Veria will skate it the other way for Austin Prep. Veria over the line, in deep. A shot goes wide. Good bid there for Austin Prep early. Veria right back on it. Long pass deep in the corner for Jake McKennelly. McKennelly pinned momentarily by McLean. Puck is loose, jumps onto the stick of McAdams. His wrister goes high and wide off the glass. DeShulo pins, tries to keep it in. McAdams turns and pokes a floater in behind the net. McLean will try to come the other way, and it's onto the stick of Goldstein. Goldstein off the boards, trying to get it to Witkowski, and finally it does get to center ice. O'Toole on it there. McKennelly circles. Pass is intercepted by Botticelli, by Brendan White right off the bench. In the middle to Botticelli. Botticelli over the line, trying to go on DeShulo. Good play by DeShulo, and the back check by Egan, but a shot from behind by Botticelli. Saved by Hill, and McAdams skates it away. Interesting set of line order here as here's Malden Catholic. Brendan White over to Jack Adams.
Killed it.
Missed getting a full shot on that. O'Toole is out there. We've got bits and pieces of three different lines out here as O'Toole, the starting defenseman for Austin, is still out there. Puck jumps into the MCN. Will Lawrence overskates it. Finicaro on him. And Shula able to get it up on the boards for Brendan White, and he sends it down the boards. Chasing was Botticelli, but they get it back to McDonough. McDonough to Finicaro, who overskates it. A collision right in front of us between O'Connor and Goldstein. And here's Philippe. Philippe over the line, trying to feed it into Austin Goldstein. Austin Goldstein behind the net to Walter. Walter centering pass knocked away by the defensive Austin Prep. Long wrister in by McLean. McLean's been out there the whole game. He has not had a chance to change. Will Lawrence now over to McLean. McLean with cutters in the middle, right on the stick of Philippe. Bounces off his stick. He'll shoot it from the sideboard. Saved by Hill. Finicaro tries to wind it around. Intercepted by Goldstein. Goldstein comes the other way, and Russo back on it for Austin Prep. Gives it a Verrier. Verrier all the way around to Patrick Lundy. Lundy to center. Intercepted by McLean. I think McLean maybe he's going to play the whole game. But now he skates over to the bench and he stays on.
Well, a lot of familiarity between these two teams, having played in the Super 8 Championship each of the last 2 years and having played in the championship of this tournament last year. Malden Catholic might be the 4-time defending state champions, but I don't hardly think that Austin Prep is going to be intimidated by them.
No, they're not. They've been to the big show, and you know they want to get. Obviously, the first period they don't want anything to get away, and whatever they can pitch in, if they could ever get out of here with a lead, that's all well and good. I mean, I'm not trying to say it's David versus Goliath here. Egan over the line, long wrister saved by Reeses, and he hangs on with McAdams right there on the doorstep. So it would just getting used to the flow here of who's playing with whom and who's going to go out there against the other lines. A little bit of matching lines here on behalf of the coaches, and now we've got Collins facing off with McAdams. These are the two lines that started the game about 3 minutes ago. McAdams right off the draw pokes it towards Reeses. He steers it wide. Pass around behind the net intended for Egan, but comes out of the stick of Witkowski. Witkowski taken down by Egan. Witkowski backhand pass for Collins on the go. Good wheels on Justin Collins. He's pinned momentarily by O'Toole. Keeps going, gets it back in the corner to Witkowski, or rather to Corey Goldstein. Corey Goldstein now with DeShulo, and Collins joins in for MC, and McAdams joins in for Austin Prep. Poked behind the net on the stick of Dan O'Toole. O'Toole bounce pass off the boards all the way. Icing waved off. Shula back on it for Malden Catholic with Egan on his shoulders. Comes to Lawrence to Witkowski. Banks it off the boards, off the glass, and off the ceiling. And the whistle will go.
You know, Justin Collins for Malden Catholic there, the sophomore. Not the biggest guy on the ice, but I like that he's still willing to stick his nose right in the middle of the play. Back in that last possession in the Austin Prep net, he was right there along the boards behind the net with the rest of them, getting involved in the physical play. You got to admire that from a smaller guy.
Absolutely. Face-off between Duarte for Austin Prep, their third line out there, and Botticelli, MC's third wave as well. Backhand pass by McLean up the boards to Brendan White. They get it to center, but Austin dumps it right back in. McLean now up the middle to Botticelli, quickly to White. It's a 2-on-2. White over the line with Jack Adams. Adams centering pass off the skates of Kiley. And Lundy.
Oh!
Lundy goes down, and McLean's going to get a penalty here. I don't know. He knocked out Duarte. It looked like a clean hit. I guess that's a roughing call.
Wow, that was an absolutely thunderous hit by McLean there. It's one of those situations where almost the ref ends up putting the arm up because the player hit the other guy too hard.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is it might have been a charge, but I don't know why that's a roughing.
He sure put Duarte right flat in his back there, boy.
Quick shot off the face-off by McKennelly on the power play here, as McAdams won that face-off from Philippe, and McKennelly with the left shot lined up to the right of McAdams. Philippe able to neutralize McAdams this time, but as it's loose, a shot goes wide of Reeses. Back on the point to Murphy. He'll dump it down deep to McAdams. McAdams tries to leave it for McKennelly. A lot of big bodies out there right now, Andrew, on both teams.
A lot of big bodies on both of these rosters to begin with.
Egan with it, deep left wing corner. 1:07 on the power play. Back to the point. Shot by Murphy. Goes off the blade of McKennelly. McKennelly follows up. His wrister goes wide, short side. Carams all the way back to Verrier. Down the boards for McAdams. Even deeper in the corner to Egan. A lot of activity in front of the net here. Egan with it still in the corner, halfway up to McAdams. His little pass back to the point goes all the way back into their own zone with Philippe lurking. Now Verrier quickly up on the right side to Russo. Russo with some steam. Russo Trying to make a play now. Will go deep into the corner for Finicaro. Misses that pass. Goes all the way around. Harrington pokes it away from McDonough. Pat Harrington lifts it to the line. Bounces over to Shulo. Here's a breakaway for Goldstein. Goldstein is in. Short-handed. Saved by Hill. Johnny on the spot. Austin Goldstein.
Well,
But great job by Hill.
Goldstein had 2 goals last night against Hingham. Demonstrated the offensive talent
Here
that he
it is
has in
again.
that game.
Goldstein going in, and Hill goes one way but kicks that left leg back and makes the stop on the shorthanded breakaway bid by Goldstein. 20 seconds to go on the Austin Prep power play here. Just under 10 minutes left in the first period. O'Toole brings it up the left boards. Gets bothered over there by Witkowski, but gets it in deep. McDonough wins the race. McDonough now trying to cycle it down low. O'Toole, the big defenseman, is way down deep. And the penalty is over. McLean is out. He's in line for breakaway pass, and over the line comes Goldstein. Goldstein, the shot saved by Hill. Karams all the way out to the line to O'Toole. That was Austin Goldstein, this time Corey Goldstein, after Austin Goldstein had that breakaway. Here's Witkowski. Witkowski can't get by DeShulo. Puck onto the backboards, onto the stick of number 18, Sikora. Now O'Connor comes in, but Justin Collins wins it. Trying to hit Lawrence on the go. Through a screen, Witkowski sends it towards the net. It goes wide. O'Connor now trying to get it up to Lundy. They can't clear for the moment. Witkowski comes up with it for MC, and finally it's poked over the line by Lundy. Nice play by Patrick Lundy. And Corey Goldstein can't get by Sierri. Anthony Sierri to Lundy now. Sierri gets the shot off wide, well left. Sikora back to Kiley. Kiley down the boards, intended for Lundy. Lundy coming back towards the blue line, but backhands it in deep. And Yannikopoulos picks it up for MC. Up to Corey Goldstein, who will dump it and go to the bench for a change. Hill sends it around the backboards for Kiley, but misses connection and sent down deep by Malden Catholic. Back to the point, McLean, long slapper. Hill in good position, deflects it wide. Harrington now trying to get it in deep, but McAdams overskates it, and Brendan White turns and fires it deep. Jack Adams on it there from Malden Catholic. He's double teamed by a couple of green-shirted Cougars. Harrington now will dump it deep into the right wing corner. Jack Adams overskates. Botticelli now behind the net. Botticelli looks for help. He'll dump it down deep for Brendan White. Walks right out. Gets a backhander in on Hill. It's loose. And Hill covers up with bodies flying in front, fists flying. And
boy, some quality cycling there by Malden Catholic on that shift. They really pinned them in the defensive zone. And Austin Prep had great difficulty clearing the zone on that last shift.
Cam Hill equal to that task is a lot of activity in front of that net. And as you said, Andrew, some great cycling. And now there's a guy from each team in the box here. It's O'Connor from Austin Prep.
And so we're going to stay at 5-on-5 play.
7:38, the matching minors. And for Austin Prep, it's the Cam Russo line out there against Matt Philippe's line for Malden Catholic. Deep in the zone. Here comes Cam Walter with a jump. Gets it to Austin Goldstein. Goldstein sends it in deep. Picked up there by Murphy. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Good pick up by Pat Serino. It's a major penalty to O'Connor from Austin Prep and a minor to the MC player. And not sure who that is. We'll let you know when he stands up, and these numbers are tough, but this is going to be icing here.
Well, they should be announcing it any moment now.
Yeah, they'll announce those. AP gets a major. So 3:19 to go on the major penalty, 55 seconds to go on the minor to Malden Catholic. Now the officials over there at the bench, the penalty bench, we'll see if they may be changing that because the penalty clocks are different now. There's nothing showing, so I suspect they're matching.
Whatever they are.
McLean up the boards for Goldstein. The wing-to-wing pass for Walter goes off his skates, and Philippe catches it behind the net. Gets by two Austin Prep players. McLean at the line over to Harrington. Tries to step around Lundy, and now DeShulo backhands it around over for Sierri as they try to break out left wing. Sierri over the line and will dump. They want to change, and Malden Catholic takes the chance to change as well. Lundy, the lone AP guy in the zone, and does a good job to tie up the MC breakout now. Witkowski bounces it off the boards around, intended for Corey Goldstein. They get it up to center. Witkowski on the go. Witkowski trying to move around Murphy. Backhanded by Witkowski, saved by Hill. Rebound far corner. Goldstein behind the net for Witkowski. Jumps off his skates, and Austin Prep will start out. This is McAdams. 3-on-1. McAdams with Egan. McAdams takes the wrister. Reeses with the save. McAdams on the rebound. Cycles down low for Egan. Egan with Lawrence pinching him against the boards. Collins back to help out. And McKennelly throws an elbow at Collins and throws a slash at him. McKennelly's a big boy there, number 19. He comes out with it. Centering pass intercepted by Lawrence. Nice play, Will Lawrence. And now a long wrister in off the stick of McKennelly. McKennelly very active on that shift. It gets to the net and gloved by Reeses with 5:18 to go.
And I'll tell you also on the previous shift, Matt Philippe bowled his way by not one but two guys behind the net. He really is a physical specimen, the Northeastern commit. Very active last night's game against Hingham for both good and bad. Goal and 2 assists, good. A couple of penalties, not so good.
Slap shot by Kiley right off the draw on the win by Russo. Russo beating Botticelli on that one. Austin Prep controls again. The shot in by O'Connor goes wide, poked out by Jack Adams. Kevin Kiley back on it there for Austin Prep. Austin Prep with a break. Russo 2-on-1 shot saved by Reeses. Russo and McDonough broke in. Reeses, nice stop there to keep this game scoreless. Austin Prep with the better of the scoring chances in the last few minutes here, Andrew.
Absolutely. And that was Russo and McDonough, Austin Prep's top two guns in that last one.
Finicaro over the line, hits the post. Louis Finicaro with a bid on the off wing, and coming the other way is MC. Brendan White can't control. McDonough hacks at it and gets it out of the zone. Botticelli circles back calmly, tries to get by Duarte. Now Anthony Sierri picks it up. Sierri over to Duarte. Misses his line mate. Sierri throws a hit into Botticelli, and MC able to clear. DeShula on it at center ice for Austin Prep. Gets it in the zone. McLean, tired John McLean, backhands it up the boards. McLean has it again. The bank shot intended for Goldstein. What a hit by DeShula. But in comes Goldstein. That was on Walter, rather. Walter now up on his feet. Gets it in deep to Shulo. Tries to settle for Austin Prep here. Up the boards to Sierri. Bank pass to Duarte. 1-on-2. Duarte long shot in. Lawrence back to collect it, and MC will try to come the other way. Cam Walter trying to get it deep into the zone, but old Big Murphy was right on Cam Walter, and now Austin Prep redirects it in. Mike Egan dumps it in deep, and McAdams first on it there for AP. Egan now picks it up, looking for help, intercepted by Goldstein. Austin Goldstein looking for help in the middle, no connection there, and McAdams picks it up for Austin Prep and dumps it deep. Egan and Shula battle there, and now McKennelly in to help out for Austin Prep. Egan tripped up by Shula, no call, and Philippe will start out. Matt Philippe with some ice. Philippe hacked at by McKennelly. Philippe over the line, still with it. Philippe turns, shot blocked by the skates of Verrier. Verrier now around the boards looking for Egan on the breakout. Good hustle over here by Goldstein to keep it in. Corey Goldstein as they're in a line change. Egan now, fancy step through center, over the line, left side to Russo. Russo, long wrister in, held on to by Reeses with 2:44 to go.
But kind of an interesting last few minutes, a lot of up and down play, which you would have generally thought would favor the Lancers, but actually Austin Prep with the better of the chances.
Boy, they've had some multiple odd man rushes here, and Coach McClay's not going to be happy about that.
No, he's not, but on the other hand, you also have to worry for Austin Prep's sake not cashing any of those if that's not going to come back and haunt them later.
The one shot that did beat Reeses went rung off the right post off the stick of Louis Finicaro.
Goalie's best friend.
Yep. Here's Finicaro trying to pin Corey Goldstein over on the near side. Russo swings back to pick it up for Austin Prep, but Corey Goldstein steps out of the fray here. Tries to leave it to Witkowski. Not a lot of room in there. Very tight quarters. Witkowski now will slow it down, play it back to McLean. Over to Harrington. They're on the opposite sides of their strong sides right now. Harrington usually the left defenseman, and he has to stick handle through in his own slot to get it up to McLean. Quickly out to Witkowski. Boy, they do transition quite fast. Rebound off the stick off the shot by Witkowski. Collins with a bid. Hill equal to both of those. Witkowski fires a long one through a screen. It's loose in front. Corey Goldstein can't find the handle. Penalty coming up on Austin Prep here. Delay call coming. And it's going to be on O'Connor, I believe, number 4.
Boy, that puck was bouncing around like a pinball in front of the net right there.
Now it's Kevin Kiley is going to sit for Austin Prep. It's going to come at 13:06 and an opportunity here for MC. Kiley for interference. So a full minute and a half this period. Witkowski wins the wrister right back to the stick of Botticelli. Through the screen, they've got Witkowski up front with Botticelli and Jack Adams, and Shula and Lawrence back on the points. It looks like Austin Prep might have had 5 guys out there and gotten away with it as Egan just skates to the bench, and I didn't see anyone come on.
Yeah, I was just about to say, wouldn't that be nice if he could swing it?
Yeah. Witkowski and McAdams on the draw. Austin Prep able to control. They look for DeShulo behind the net. He tries to pin it there with Botticelli and Witkowski trying to forecheck, doing the right thing. Double team the puck when you're a man up. Up the sideboards to Adams. He'll step back towards the point. Adams walks to the middle. Comes back to Shula. Shula now will leave it for Witkowski. He looks. Witkowski far side to Lawrence. Lawrence top of the circle. McKennelly
high stick.
He stopped it with his stick, poked it in the air, and then tapped it with his own stick. So 29 seconds gone on the power play, and MC's going to go 5 for 5 here and switch 5 guys and bring out Harrington and McLean on the back line. Collins will play the wing with Philippe in the middle and Austin Goldstein on the right wing. Austin Goldstein and DeShulo fighting. Philippe picks it out of the fray there. Philippe now holding behind the net. 3 Austin Prep guys in a triangle in front. Philippe looks. Philippe walks way back outside to McLean. Long slapper, goal! John McLean. A power play goal. Andrew gets MC on the board.
Well, and there's McLean, the coach's son, one of the big guns, coming through with the power play goal, and yet another demonstration of the fact you do not want to put this Malden Catholic team on the power play.
We would call it from here, McLean from Philippe and Austin Goldstein, but we'll see. I'm about 50% on how the officials call it and how we see it, but
there's been a couple of goals this weekend that I'm positive the official scoring was not the actual scoring.
It's not, they do such a great job. It's not.
Oh, no, I agree. And when you don't have the benefit of instant replay to go back afterwards to make corrections.
Right. And that was a well set up screen in front with Goldstein and Collins. Not the biggest guys being in front, and Kiley had left the bench, penalty bench area. He has to go back, and they'll play 5 aside in front of the goalies, but Kiley has to sit out the rest of his penalty. 13:06, so
43 seconds.
Yeah, roughly. So MC with the lead. It's Austin Prep has had the better of the play. It's close. It'd be like 10-9 in a round of a fight, but I would say Austin Prep has had the better. But the scoreboard shows 1-0 MC for the moment. And as you said, Andrew, Austin Prep doesn't want to get into a playing man short all day. Here's Philippe trying to go around Veria with that backhand strong move that he showed so much of yesterday. This time he's cut off just before he gets to the net, but he's got it behind the net. Elbow thrown by Murphy, doesn't connect. Good work by Austin Goldstein down there as Verrier now pitchforks Austin Goldstein, and puck makes its way to the crease area, and now Austin Prep using Austin Goldstein as a punching bag there with his sticks, and Austin Goldstein doing a good job to hold his ground, to hold his ice there in front of the net. We're down to 20 seconds to go in period number 1. So they give the second assist to Collins, where we scored it. Austin Goldstein. Here's Witkowski as the clock winds down. Witkowski in the corner. Nullified there, or neutralized at least by DeShulo. And DeShulo gets it over to McAdams, whose long backhand pass clears the zone. And Egan quickly forechecking on Harrington. But it comes up the boards to Corey Goldstein and out of harm's way as the clock winds down to 0, signaling the end of the first period. And Andrew, things picked up in that one.
Yeah, it definitely did. But, you know, it was a pretty even period. Both teams, I thought played well, and it very clearly could have gone either way. I mean, it could just as easily be 1-0 Austin Prep as it is 1-0.
Or 2-0.
Yeah, as it is 1-0 Malden Catholic. But the one thing that is clear is the importance of Austin Prep staying out of the box against this team. There was just too much offensive talent on Malden Catholic to give them an extra guy.
Yeah, early on, John McLean was whistled for a penalty at 4:19. MC was able to kill that one off. Austin Prep did have a few good chances on that power play, and then the teams played even. 7:38, there were matching minors called to O'Connor for Austin Prep. We never really got who was in there for MC. And then at 13:06, Kiley was whistled for interference. Kevin Kiley, number 12 for Austin Prep, and while he was in the box, the MC power play went to work, and really it was a simple play. They just got it to Philippe behind the net. The MC guys spread out in front. Philippe held it for maybe 10 seconds, finally walked it to Cam Hills over his left shoulder, and then bodies started to move. There were 3 Austin Prep guys camped out in front, and Philippe was able to find McLean, the right shot, back on the left point, and bodies moved. They screened Cam Hill a little bit, and McLean made no mistake. He's got a lot of goals from the point, and he made no mistake on that one, and it's 1-0 Malden Catholic. Officially, it was McLean from Philippe and Collins. You know, we'd say a half assist to Collins and a half to Austin Goldstein, but
well, you know what,
it goes
Paul,
in the books as Collins. So.
Well, you know what, Paul, as Meatloaf once saying, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
We're going to take a break right now as they make ice for period number 2. We'll remind you that Hingham prevailed in the consolation game earlier this evening, 5-4, in a thriller that went down right down to the wire. Goalie pulled and all that, and it was a heck of a game, and those two teams are improving. And in this one, it's Malden Catholic leading at 1-0 after 1 in the title tilt here of the Christie Serino Christmas Classic 2014 edition. For Andrew Greenberg and Pat Serio, we're going to take a break right now. I'm Paul McNamara. We'll be back with second period action momentarily. Well, welcome back to the Valley Forum 2 here in Malden. Paul McNamara along with Andrew Greenberg and Pat Serio from MyHockeyLive, bringing you all the action here in the Christie Serino Christmas Classic Championship game between Malden Catholic Lancers and the Austin Prep Cougars. And after one period, it's 1-0 Malden Catholic here. We remind you, Hingham won the consolation game here 5-4 over St. Mary's in a great game. And we wanted to bring you up to date on some other scores we've been given from out of town. A final in the Judy Costas tournament. Wayland prevailing over North Attleboro 2-1. Out in the Silverback Classic in the consolation game. After 2, it's CM Catholic Memorial leading Framingham 5-0. A little bit of a surprise there, Andrew. Framingham with one of the better public school teams in the state this year, and of course they have CM today. They played. St. John's, they played Marshfield yesterday.
Yep.
CM today, and they've got a date with St. John's Prep this week, so good stretch for Framingham. And speaking of St. John's Prep, we have a score from Merrimack College in the Pete Frady's Winter Classic, the inaugural of that event, and it's 2-1 St. John's Prep leading Central Catholic after 2 periods of play, a couple of power play goals, both by Kyle Hentosh, we understand. So good 2-period score for the St. John's Prep Eagles. Central Catholic has a good team, and I've seen them play. They lost to Cathedral yesterday 6-0, but from all reports it was a closer game than that, Andrew Greenberg, and Central's going to be right there and battling for Super 8.
Oh, all 4 teams in that tournament are quality,
yep.
quality teams.
Play underway here, second period. Teams both at full strength for the moment. Things got a little dicey near the end, but starting out this period with the Cam Russo line. Here's a pass in the slot to McDonough. down the slot, never got a shot off, and they send Witkowski away the other way. Jake Witkowski, 1-on-2, goes deep into the corner. Rebound, saved by Hill. Rebound, follow-up by Goldstein. Goes wide. That was Corey Goldstein, the left wing on this line. Comes back to Harrington, over to McLean. McLean looks up ice, gives it short pass to Collins, dances into the AP zone. Knocked off his stick. On the rebound is Goldstein. Goldstein can't find the handle. Now Witkowski overskates, and Finacaro turns and falls down. Finacaro, puck is loose, and finally Goldstein takes it off the stick of his teammate Harrington and knocks it in deep and says, let's get it deep and go for a change. Verrier now, long pass up for Finacaro, and this is going to be icing as Finacaro says he got a piece of it here, the sophomore. And that's an argument he's never going to win.
No, of course not. I got to say, Goldstein, along with having the offensive opportunity there, I believe he was the one on the back check that broke up that opportunity for.
Corey Goldstein, great two-way player,
on the other end
out of Melrose. Now on the face-off, Botticelli will square off with McAdams. McAdams has been very good on the draws, and he gets this one over to O'Toole. They nearly lose it on the near side of the net. Finally able to get it out. McAdams down his off wing here, and skating back is Jack Adams on Eric McAdams. MC able to clear to center, and Botticelli had it for a moment, but McAdams runs into the skating lane, and now Jack Adams trying to center. Botticelli, a turnaround fire. The wrister up high, handled by Hill. Play continues, skips over the stick of Will Lawrence. He'll go back and get it in his own zone, up the boards. McKennelly tries to keep it in, can't do so. McKennelly, good back check on Jack Adams, and takes Adams to the ice, but Adams able to get it in deep and look for a change. I like that MC looks like they want to go up-tempo with real short shifts here. They're already on their third line here, third shift of the period. Interception by Finacaro. The shot goes wide. He follows up on his own rebound. Austin Prep only playing 2 lines early on here, as Finacaro is right back out there with the line, with the Russo line, and now Austin Goldstein gets it out of the zone over for Cam Walter. Walter, pass intercepted by O'Connor. Now Walter will skate all the way across his own blue line, just inside it, gets it by Russo up the boards to Austin Goldstein. Goldstein sends it in deep, and now an interception by Walter, and a shot, and what a save by Cam Hill as he was caught out of position and dove back to spoil Cam Walter. Walter, great job to be in position there and let it go. That's one where you don't think about it. You know the net's there, just let it go.
Hill made the save here, but I'm pretty sure that's not exactly how he had that drawn up.
No. Cam Walter, the hustling left wing, he looks like he's number 1, but it's 13. There's a 3 buried there in the back of his pants.
Yeah, I still really don't know about these jerseys that they're Malden Catholics wearing here.
There you see 2 guys in our scope right now. 20 near us is McLean and Philippe on the draw. McAdams able to muscle it into the corner to Verrier, quickly over to Murphy. Bounces it off the boards, does not connect on that breakout pass. And MC tries to come the other way, but they misconnect. And Egan over the line to McKennelly, looking for a cutting Murphy across the blue line or across the offensive zone. Now McKennelly, centering pass, shot by McAdams. What a save by Rhesus there. The Malden Catholic goaltender squaring up, and now the long shot in as Egan tries to redirect, and it goes up into the screen, but great chance there for Austin Prep.
Yeah, solid goal opportunity there and a bang-bang play. Rhesus Johnny on the spot with the save, though. And the puck's off the ceiling again. That seems to happen an awful lot in this arena.
Yeah, it's a low ceiling, and it's taken its number of pucks hitting it.
Yeah, I had commented before, the only other rink I've seen with a lower ceiling is the Ice Palace in Burlington.
The Ice Palace, another great barn. Here's the third line for Austin Prep out there now. First shift this period. It's Sierra on the left and Duarte in the middle. And this is Patrick Lundy, the right wing, centering pass looking for Sierra. Knocked away by the MC defense, and Witkowski skates it out. Witkowski with a cutting Collins sends it in deep, and Goldstein over to jump on that. Corey Goldstein back to the point to Yannikopoulos, who sends it in deep. Goes wide, Witkowski, good job to backhand it in, and Big O'Toole gets it and lays it over to his partner, DeShulo. They get it out near side, right wing, left wing breakout for Austin Prep. Duarte on the forecheck, long shot in, goes wide. Corey Goldstein now gets it to Botticelli, to Shula, the defenseman, 24, not 26. Kevin Kiley now back into the Austin Prep zone and starts it out as MC is changing, and Kiley off the glass looking for Finicaro. Yanakopoulos has to hustle back to beat Cam Russo's forecheck. Austin Prep with it in the corner to McDonough. Pass intercepted by Botticelli. Nice play there. Brendan White can't get it by Big O'Connor over there, and finally MC able to get it out near side Botticelli, but Kiley right there to collect it and send it in deep. McDonough, ferocious forecheck there on Shula, and now finally Brendan White trying to get it to Botticelli, but good play by Austin Prep to dump it in deep. McAdams can't win the forecheck battle there, and MC able to get it out finally. Yanakopoulos up the left wing boards, but right at the blue line. Verrier sends it in deep for Austin Prep, but no connection, and it goes for icing, and the faceoff will come all the way back into the Austin Prep zone to the right of goaltender Cam Hill.
And it looks like the Philippe line's going to come out to take the offensive zone draw. Always a dangerous possibility.
And once again, McAdams will take the draw. He's got Egan and McKennelly out there with him. McAdams draws it into the corner to Murphy. Murphy over to Verrier. Long pass up the middle intended for McAdams. Icing again. A lot of icings in this game, both ways.
Yeah, and that when you take a lot of icings, that means you're giving up a lot of defensive zone draws.
Yeah, I mean, maybe one of the strategies is that, you know, to get away from MC's strong forechecking game, the long outlet, or as now that it's 2014, we call it a stretch pass, but been around a long time. McLean knocks down McAdams here, and MC with it deep in right wing corner. Philippe turns around, leaves it for Goldstein to Philippe. Shot to goal! Just like that, bang, bang.
Well, that's why he has the reputation that he has. It doesn't take much, and that play developed quickly right off a face-off. Going back to the point we were just making about all the icings and all the defensive zone face-offs. Well, you're taking away the stretch pass by doing that. The other thing you're doing is you're putting an incredible amount of pressure on your centers on face-offs, making them take defensive zone draws over and over again like that.
McAdams has done well today, but you're not going to go 100% against Matt Philippe and Justin Collins and Nick Botticelli all day.
Not even Patrice Bergeron does that.
Yeah. O'Toole now up for Finicaro into the MC zone. Good forecheck by Cam Russo. Russo can't get a hold of it, and the clearing pass by Witkowski hits the ceiling. How many times do you think Jake Witkowski's hit the ceiling? As we're talking about a lot of pucks hitting it, as Witkowski has the puck on his stick a lot, and he uses many ways to get it out, one of which is just to flip it out, and that time, like other times, he hits the ceiling, and faceoff comes back in the defensive zone of Malden Catholic.
Unfortunately, hitting the ceiling only does you any good in racquetball.
McLean picks up the second assist along with Austin Goldstein on Philippe's even strength goal to make it 2-0 at 5:31. And really, I mean, MC has not dominated this period by any means, Andrew Greenberg, but nonetheless, they've doubled their lead, and
that's 2 points to McLean, the defenseman, as we had talked about yesterday. The real luxury that you have in having an offensive defenseman like that.
Absolutely.
They are more than worth their weight in gold.
Centering pass picked up by Matt Shula, and he'll lug it out to center. Shula over the line. Nice play by Matt Shula. Dumps it in, and they go for the change. Kevin Kiley back on it. Good forecheck by Jack Adams behind the net. Jack Adams took the shot there. Good forecheck by Botticelli to finish his check, as they say. And Adams was right there to pick up the redirect and let a wrister go in on goaltender Hill.
By the way, man, is Adams a big boy. Malden Catholic has him listed as 6'5". He is a hulking presence on the ice.
Lundy now will take the draw against Botticelli. Won by Austin Prep, but to the line. Harrington, long wrister in. Hill makes the save with that guy, big Jack Adams, right there.
Yeah, he very easily could have drawn a hold in the stick penalty, on that play there. The ref either didn't see it or elected to let it go, but if they'd really wanted to be a stickler on it, he definitely could have drawn one there.
So Botticelli is thrown out this time like Duarte was on the last draw, and Brendan White will step in. White wins it back to Botticelli. They get it behind the net. Adams collects it. That long, rangy reach. And now Duarte, good job to take it away from Brendan White and leave it behind for Kiley. Quickly up the wing, intended for Lundy. They can't control, and it comes back to Yanakopoulos, over to his partner Harrington, back to Yanakopoulos. Yanakopoulos looks up to Adams. Adams looking for a breaking Brendan White on the go, trying to get around Kiley. Kiley takes down White. Play continues. Adams, nice play to find Harrington. He'll find Yanakopoulos, bounces off his stick. It's a 2-on-1 for Austin Prep for the moment. Sierri on his backhand gets it in on net, covered by Rhesus. It's loose. It's not covered by Rhesus. And Yanakopoulos pins Lundy back there. Sierri comes up with it for Austin Prep. Cycles it back towards Lundy. Lundy on the backhand cycles it back towards McAdams as they're in a line change. Brendan White gets it to the line, but not past Kiley. They battle over there right in front of the Austin Prep bench. McAdams now seems to have it, looking for a play. Jams it past the skates of Yanakopoulos. Behind the net, Harrington on it for MC. Up the right wing for Jack Adams. Adams can't get by. Nice play by McKennelly. And now Harrington leaves it for Yanakopoulos. Looks for White, for Adams. Comes to Botticelli. Botticelli in, tries to use Murphy as a screen. Goes off the shin pads of Murphy, and Austin Prep gets it up the right wing boards. But here's Botticelli again. Botticelli trying to get by Murphy. Murphy gets his stick up in Botticelli's cage. It's loose right on the post. Hill knocks it back behind the net. Botticelli gets it over to, that's Cam Walter out there now. And Shula throws it in deep to Goldstein. Austin Goldstein behind the net. Over to Cam Walter. Walter looks. They're trying to get Philippe on the ice on the change, as Botticelli did a great job out there but was tired. And Philippe joins his teammates now. Banged off the wall for Egan for Austin Prep, and over the line comes McAdams. He can't get by Shula. Goes into the far corner. McKennelly on it there for Austin Prep, but skating out is Philippe. Philippe loses control. Austin Prep with multiple bodies on the ice, but they let play go. They were offsides as well, but they let play go.
Didn't touch anybody.
Philippe picks it up on the backhand, trying to go on O'Toole. What a move! Backhander near post, and a goal! Wow.
Oh,
I'll let you describe that one, Andrew Greenberg.
I mean, you know, what an incredibly explosive step he takes to the outside around that defenseman, just undresses him with the in and out move, comes around and slips it in, and, you know, we're not on radio here. You saw that. Play like that hardly needs a description.
You know, he's going like in slow motion over here to pick it up near boards. He turns, and O'Toole was in great position. And we're going to get a timeout here called by Austin Prep, and they just want to stop the bleeding and tell these guys, look, we're in a game here. But, you know, they haven't been dominated by any means, and all of a sudden they're down by a field goal here.
I'll tell you what's impressive about Philippe, though, is the way that he uses his body and his reach to protect the puck. You know?
Angle and, and leverage.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
But that time, well, so for once, somebody besides Philippe Goldstein and McLean figure in the scoring, as Will Lawrence will get the assist as well as Austin Goldstein. But I mean, it looked like a harmless play. Austin had guys back, and then undress is the word. I mean, O'Toole got caught. You know, he was in a great position, but Philippe just made a great move side to side and then went in. And you know, Hill had him. He had the angle, played very well. And you think a guy's going to shoot from there and try to go, you know, far side with the angle, and he takes this nifty little backhander between Hill and the post, and how that got in, you know, it's just surprise and timing and everything else, but it's talent.
I mean, the thing with him, too, is, you know, once he gets that step on the defenseman, he leans that shoulder in, gets his body in between the defenseman and the, you know, and the puck, and, you know, make sure that he's going to get to that net unimpeded.
Well, that was a lot of goals in hockey are garbage goals, and a lot of, you know, a nice pass, bang, bang. That was
both of his goals have been excellent goals.
Yeah, that was a really nice goal. I mean, it's just.
Yeah, no, that was the type of goal that, when somebody tells you got a player committed to a D1 college playing in this game, that's the type of play you expect to see.
You don't need numbers on the uniforms to
figure out who's who. No.
To know who's going where at some point. McLean leaves it off for Harrington. He'll go back to McLean. Good forecheck by McDonough. Banked off the boards for Walter. He gets it out of the zone. O'Connor for Austin Prep. Plays it up to Cam Russo. Russo turns and fires it deep. It's Russo, McDonough, and Finicaro out there for Austin Prep on this line, with Kiley and O'Connor back on the points. Philippe, Walter, and Goldstein out there. Austin Goldstein, and this is Cam Walter turning and trying to get it by Kiley. Kiley skates it the other way. The defenseman, he'll backhand it in wide off the backboards. Finicaro forechecking, takes down Harrington. Man. Play continues. Harrington slow getting up, and Philippe can't get it by Egan, and now Philippe's pass up intercepted by McDonough, McAdams rather. McAdams sends a floater in. It's dangerous in front. McKennelly turns. Good blocker, paddle save by Rhesus there. Verrier now near the blue line. Verrier, I won't comment on that one, but Verrier got away with one, I think. And
I would agree.
He took exception to a legal hit and threw a stick in the face and got away with it. But nonetheless, here comes McAdams the other way, slashed by McLean, and McLean's going to go off for that one. He's going to be called for holding. I mean, that was
holding,
could have been called
hooking, slashing. Take your pick.
Again, he had a bad angle, so he slashed him.
And he's spent his fair share of time in the box during this tournament as well. You know, that's one thing that I'll say about Malden Catholic is their best players, while producing on the scoreboard, also tend to find their way to the penalty box, maybe more than their fair share.
Yeah, that was just good body position by a couple of Austin Prep players, and McLean just got caught off angle, and I thought they were going to call slash because he hit the shaft of the stick, which he used to be able to do, but now it's a slash.
Not for a long time, though.
Yeah, and holding's kind of sometimes there's legal holding, but that was obviously not one of the times. Collins now man down for Malden Catholic. They get it to the line, and it stays on the line. Verrier keeps it on the blue line. Long shot in, goes wide with McAdams cutting through the slot area, trying to cause deflection. McKennelly on the off wing with the forehand blast goes wide. Egan picks it up near boards, lays it down to McAdams. Cross point to Murphy. Long shot through. Deflected wide, back to the backboard. Centering pass by McKennelly, off some skates, and the whistle goes. I think the net may be off there, and that's what they're going to call.
To a certain extent here, Austin Prep is just not getting any puck luck either. You know, there have been pucks that have dribbled right by the post. Finicaro hit the post earlier. None of the breaks have gone their way.
Yeah, I mean, the breaks even out in front on deflections, and you're right, all the deflections are going wide. Verrier now tries to go down the near boards to McAdams, in the corner to Russo, back to McAdams. Egan, rather. Egan's in the corner. Now McAdams is taken down, and skating away is Philippe, short-handed on Verrier, 1-on-2. He waits for help. He's got Goldstein head of the net. He'll bring it outside the zone, and that might have been an offside play, but they let play continue. Verrier, long rink width pass intended for Egan. Harrington with it, but can't clear. Nice pass. McKennelly with the blast right on, and a save by Rhesus. What a great pass by Egan to set up McKennelly. Murphy all the way back with 15 seconds to go on the Austin Prep power play. Verrier's pass bounces off the stick of McDonough. Russo can't handle it, and now it's iced legally by Botticelli to kill off the penalty. Hill will leave it behind the net for Verrier.
You know, McKennelly really needs to one-time that puck in a situation like that. You know, by holding on to it, taking the wrist shot, he really gave the goalie a chance to come over and get set.
Penalty is over to McLean. MC back at full strength. Lawrence now pounds it around the boards for Walter. They can't get it out far side. Now they poke it out, and giving chase is Walter, and Lawrence in there deep as well. McDonough now sends Russo away in a 2-on-1. Finicaro goes to the net. Russo tees up the slapper, and Rhesus makes the save. He had that angle for a long time. So,
well, again on that play, Adams, made a great back check. Cutting off the pass, forcing him to take the shot from what wasn't a great angle. And that's not the first time this game the Malden Catholic has had forwards, really come back hard in the back check like that.
You got to play both ways. Collins wins this draw away from Duarte. Back to McLean, up for Witkowski, can't control. All the way to center where O'Toole dumps it in deep for Austin Prep. And Harrington retreats and gets it for MC. Harrington back pass to his partner McLean, back to Harrington. He misses connection there, but Witkowski gives chase near side for MC, and O'Toole will win the race for that puck. And his pass intercepted by Witkowski. Witkowski walks out of there with the puck. Nice move behind the net. Witkowski dances behind the goal line all the way back out to Harrington. Harrington dumps it in deep, bounces off the boards for Goldstein. Corey Goldstein circles, cycles to Collins. He's pinned by DeShulo. And now O'Toole and Witkowski will battle, intercepted by Collins. But O'Toole gets it back for Austin Prep and gets it out of the zone. Sierra will chase down Harrington, but Harrington gets it away to McLean before he's caught. Quickly sends away Collins. Nifty drop pass for Witkowski, who's headhunted there momentarily by Sierra. A lot of scrum activity here near side. Witkowski just decides to pound it in deep and head to the bench. McLean is being held by Sierra, and now this should be icing.
And it is.
It got tipped by an Austin Prep player, but icing is called with 1:11, all ones on the clock to go in the second period, but on the scoreboard they're not ones. It's 3-0 MC.
What a neat display of stick handling by Jake Witkowski on the last play there. I believe the term a lot of the kids use nowadays for that is stick handling in a phone booth.
That looked like a phone booth.
Very, very impressive.
Philippe and McAdams will take this draw. This is not a recording. That's happened a lot today. McAdams wins it in the corner, but Kylie can't control, and Philippe skates away with it behind the net, makes a move. Philippe looks, he holds, cycles it back down for Goldstein. Austin Goldstein is pinned back there, but Philippe back to get it. And now an elbow thrown by O'Connor, and it's effective as they're able to get it out of the zone. Comes cross ice to Will Lawrence on the right point, in the middle to Philippe. Philippe, nice backhander up for Goldstein. Goldstein does a 360, but finally able to poke it in the zone. Goldstein and O'Connor go for it. Goldstein throws an elbow, and play continues. Goldstein now walks out, and O'Connor wants to pay him back. Lawrence, a blast from the high slot, a nice save by Cam Hill.
That truly could have been the nail in the coffin, giving up another goal in the last minute of the period like that. But luckily for Austin Prep, Hill was equal to the task.
You know, Goldstein did his job in there. He's probably 30 pounds lighter than O'Connor, and he got his goat, and he got O'Connor off his game to come after him in the slot when Goldstein just kept going, and it resulted in a scoring opportunity in the presence of Will Lawrence.
Well, sometimes the most important thing isn't size, it's want to.
Home run attempt intercepted by McLean. Russo was camped out at the MC blue line. Harrington now up the middle for Botticelli. Quickly over to Adams. They get a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Brendan White in the corner, and Murphy there to negate that bid. And that 20 seconds went very quickly as the clock runs out in period number 2, but MC able to add to the lead there. It was 1-0 after 1. McLean scoring in the first from Philippe and Austin Goldstein. And we came into the second period 1-0, and then in the second period, Matt Philippe got a couple. At 5:31, he scored from McLean and Austin Goldstein. That made it 2-0, and then at 9:13, a pretty goal by Matt Philippe. Will Lawrence and Austin Goldstein getting assists on that one. That made it 3-0, and that's where we stand right now, Andrew. And really, Austin Prep hasn't played a bad game, but they find themselves trailing 3-0.
No, they haven't, but there's just so little margin for error against a team like Malden Catholic. And I know as cliche as it is to talk about the guy with the scholarship to the D1 school, but you kind of got to talk about Matt Philippe after that period. That was a heck of a performance he just put on there. You know, and over the last few years, there has been an immense amount of talent at forward that's come through the school. You know, the Aaron Azarians, the Tyler Siflins, Ryan Fitzgerald, Mike Vecchione, Brandon Collier. I mean, the list goes on and on. Well, Matt Philippe looks like he's determined that if he keeps playing like this by the end of this year, you're going to mention all those names and Matt Philippe.
Yeah, and everybody you just mentioned is a D1 player, as Matt Philippe is destined to be. But you know, those guys, they have all done it through different methods of almost being nifty, being very highly skilled, and scoring points. You know, Philippe adds another dimension with his size and his ability to play some different styles of game. And, at this level, certainly he's a factor, and it's a huge advantage for MC to be rolling 3 lines.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Where they don't have to. He's going to get his ice time. He's going to get his points. He's going to be effective. But, he can also be well rested in the third period at crunch time. And the other thing is the other teams can't key on him the whole game because they've got talent through the second and third, and as we said yesterday, through the fourth line. Yeah. We haven't seen the fourth line tonight, but I expect we will in the third period.
But he really is writing his own story now, and showing that he can step up and be the leader of this team.
Oh, no question.
And he's doing exactly that during this tournament.
Yeah, and with McLean and Lawrence, both veteran guys on the back end, and with Matt Philippe up front, the Goldstein brothers and Witkowski, you got a lot of veteran presence here. So no surprise after 2. It's 3-0. Malden Catholic leading Austin Prep in the championship game of the Christie Serino Christmas Classic. We're going to take a break right now, and we'll try to get some more scores for you, and when we come back for third period action from the Valley Forum 2 in Malden, along with Andrew Greenberg and Pat Serio. I'm Paul McNamara. We'll be back after this break. Botticelli on the draw from MC with McAdams, and finally Botticelli wins one. Not Botticelli's fault, it just seems McAdams has been winning every draw. O'Connor now pins Botticelli in the corner, and they come away. Egan's shot kind of waited a hair too long on that one, and McLean able to get his stick in the way and knock it up into the netting behind the net.
Well, that's a real difficult thing you're asking about Botticelli there. It's hard to win draws against a guy who's 6'5".
Yeah.
I think we can both agree. You don't have to leverage against the guy who's 6'5".
No, and I'll tell you, he's a heck of a face-off guy. Well, that's McAdams, not Adams, but McAdams has been great on the draws tonight. They give scholarships in college and lacrosse for face-off guys. Some hockey teams might find a place as well. Nice interception by O'Connor. Lets it fly. McLean went down to block it, but it got all the way in on Reeses. What a slap shot there by big number 4, Pat O'Connor, the senior out of Reading. Speaking of 6'5" guys, 6'5" and 215. Made a nice play at the red line to intercept the pass. Walked in and let that one go. Yeah, blistering slap shot.
Yeah, there truly are some big boys between these two teams.
Shot in from the point, this time by Murphy. Karam's high and wide. Lawrence picks it off down the boards, tries to bang it up to Goldstein. Can't get it up there, and this is Austin Goldstein. Gets it out of the zone. Here's Walter. Nice play to back up Goldstein. Walter heads for the net. Goldstein sends it in. Walter covered up by Murphy over there. Nice play by the 2 wings here on Malden Catholic. Lawrence now quickly up to Goldstein. Takes an elbow to the head from Murphy. Play continues. Philippe now in the corner on Russo. Walter, good job of support on the wall. Walter gets it to Philippe. He's watched there by Murphy. Philippe behind the net, tries to jam it by the post. Nothing doing there. And Russo, good flip to center and all the way down now. And it was a good clearing flip, but it's not a good result as it goes. It's too hot on it. You see too much on it, and it goes to the length of the ice, and the face-off goes. Yeah,
and now they pay the price for that in the form of having another defensive zone draw.
Yeah, the face-off goes back in their own end on the icing call. This time it's Duarte on the draw with Collins. Collins gets it to Witkowski, but play is whistled dead as...
I guess somebody wasn't set.
The signal is that we're going to have a face-off. I'm not sure what the heck that is, Andrew, but nonetheless, they do it again. Duarte able to get it behind the net, and O'Toole with a stick carrying it high, but long cross-ice pass. Collins on it there. Nice play by DeShulo, and now he gets around DeShulo, and here comes Patrick Lundy on the breakout looking for Sierri. Sierri going on McLean. Sierri's had a good, strong physical game tonight. Harrington now gets it up the boards for Witkowski. Bounces off his skates right back to Harrington. Harrington up over the line, dumps it deep. Corey Goldstein giving chase, but it comes all the way around to Witkowski. Now Collins runs interference on Sierri. Good pin there by O'Toole on Witkowski. And a nice play by Corey Goldstein to come up and give support from the other side. Duarte in there for Austin Prep, comes back to the point. Lawrence sends it in deep. Corey Goldstein tries to center, goes off the skates of DeShulo, and coming out is Lundy. He's got Corey Goldstein in his hockey jersey there, and Corey Goldstein's going to get a hook here, I believe. Holding. They're going to call holding on this one.
Yeah.
It's going to come at 6:40 of the third period. So Austin Prep will go back on the power play.
Haven't had a lot of luck with their power play opportunities so far this game, but you know, maybe this will finally be the time where one of those very slightly missed connections connects.
McAdams on the draw, no surprise, with Philippe here. And McKennelly and Shula over on the wall playing tap the stick, and they wave Philippe out of the face-off. And Austin Goldstein takes it, controlled by Austin Prep. Murphy at the line will go left, deep in the corner to Russo, back to Murphy. He's got Verrier over here. Verrier now will send it in deep, looking for McKennelly or McAdams. It's McAdams to Russo. Russo leaves for McAdams, back to Verrier. Verrier will send it through the forest there. It goes all the way to the back. Comes back to Murphy. Murphy down low to McKennelly, turns and fires. Goes through the legs of Philippe, and a save by Rhesus. Some talent out there right now for Austin Prep as they've split the lines here, and McAdams and Russo and McKennelly up front, with Verrier and Murphy manning the points on this power play with 1:03 to go on the man advantage.
Well, down 3-0. It's all hands on deck time.
McLean now.
Off the ceiling again.
Good job by McKennelly, I believe, to get his stick in there, and rather it was McAdams who got his stick in there and deflected the clearing attempt by McLean, and they'll do it again to the left of Rhesus. This time it's Russo on the draw with Philippe. Controlled by McKennelly finally. McKennelly turns and lets a wrister in. Saved by Rhesus, rebound loose. Comes back out to Verrier, who dumps it in deep, and Russo calmly sends it back to Verrier, back to Russo. Russo, top of the circle, down into the corner to McAdams. Looking for McKennelly in front. It's knocked aside by the defense over to Austin Goldstein, who gets it out of the zone. Verrier turns quickly as MC changes penalty killers. Verrier down the right wing, turns in the circle, bounces it off the boards back to Murphy. Long shot through a screen. Rhesus saw it all the way. We had a great angle on that one, Andrew, and good save by Alex Rhesus.
Yeah, it was, but Austin Prep really needs to get somebody in his line of sight there.
Yeah, that's a classic tip opportunity, but you know, the play developed outside, so a lot of Austin Prep green shirts were away from the slot area.
And Rhesus had a clear line of sight the whole way.
McLean trying to find Witkowski on the far side for the breakout on the man down. Now McLean gets it and leaves it off to Collins. Tries to make a move on O'Toole. McLean jumps into the play shorthanded, but now he'll retreat and leave Collins in there as the lone forechecker. Now Witkowski joins in. Long breakout pass off the stick of Finicaro. And McLean banks it off the boards up for Witkowski. Penalty is over. 6:45 to go in the game. Still a 3-0 lead, and a bouncer in on Rhesus. Nice shot by DeShulo. I don't know if that's a play he's got, a shot he's got in his repertoire, but he sent it in. It took a crazy bounce.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether there's anything deliberate or whether it was just a happy accident, but you know, those are the type of shots that sometimes end up in goals from long distance.
DeShulo, a steady rear guard out of Danvers, the senior, number 14. Very rarely makes a mistake out here. He's a good guy to have back there. O'Connor now bounces it off the boards, trying to find Sikora. Austin Prep has Sikora now out there playing with Duarte and Sierri. I don't know if Patrick Lundy's okay over there. We hope he's all right, but Sikora getting a shift in Lundy's spot here, the normal spot on right wing. And now Duarte trying to get it back to O'Connor, intercepted, and they send away Jack Adams. He's got Botticelli headed to the net. Great play by Kiley to come back, the defenseman, and intercept that attempt as Botticelli had a head of steam headed for the net, and Adams knew where he was too. Shula now over to Yannikopoulos, quickly up to Botticelli. Botticelli has trouble with Sierri, and O'Connor stops it at the line for Austin Prep, gets it up to Sierri, who will dump and change with 5:45 to go. McAdams goes to the backboards with Shula, and Yannikopoulos up with it, quickly up to White. Cross ice to to Adams. Adams trying to make a move. He's into the middle. Backhand pass to Botticelli. Hits the far post. Nice play by Jack Adams with that range. Coming the other way, though, is McAdams looking for McKennelly. And good play by McLean to watch McKennelly all the way to the post. Pass goes into the corner, but Austin Prep still controls. Murphy now will take it right point and chip it deep into the corner for McAdams. And now McKennelly takes a run. And they lose it, and Botticelli's open at center as Harrington starts out, the defenseman on the rush. It's 1-on-3 for the moment, or 2-on-3. Harrington loses behind the net, but got the job done. He got the puck deep. Goldstein now out there with Cam Walter and Matt Philippe for Malden Catholic. Walter on the forecheck right wing corner. They get it up to Finicaro with Egan and Russo. Different line combo here for Austin Prep as they try to get something going here with just under 5 minutes to go. And here comes Philippe with skating room, center ice. Philippe down the middle, tries to go on DeShulo. He'll let a wrister go. Hill made the save. Not sure he saw that, but he made the save. Might have gone off his mask.
A lot of mustard on that shot.
Yeah,
might not have been for the greatest angle, but he certainly got a lot on it.
Yeah, it looked like Matt Philippe was looking for a passing lane, and the guys were moving, but DeShulo played that well. He took Philippe deep into the corner, and even though he's off an angle, he gets a good scoring bit off. Lawrence now on the left point. Yannikopoulos, his partner on this shift. DeShulo now trying to take it away from Witkowski. It jumps into the corner to Corey Goldstein on DeShulo. DeShulo now lugs it up the left wing side, bounces it off the boards, past Finicaro and onto the stick of Yannikopoulos. Over to Lawrence, quickly to Justin Collins. Collins over to Witkowski, takes a hit from Finicaro and knocks Finicaro down. O'Toole leaves it behind the net for DeShulo. DeShulo banks it off the glass and out. Icing is waved off as McDonough gives chase for Austin Prep. McDonough wins that race. Ryan McDonough in the left wing corner. McDonough still on it. Finds Russo behind the net. Russo bothered by Yannikopoulos. Yannikopoulos pins Russo there, and Witkowski gets it to the line, bounces through Kiley. Here's Collins. It's a 2-on-1 with Corey Goldstein. Nice move by Collins. The shot goes wide, and Goldstein was knocked down by Kiley. Again, Kiley doing his job, coming back. Kiley bumps Corey Goldstein, and the puck comes to McKennelly. McKennelly up the middle to McDonough. McDonough 2-on-2. With a back-checking Jack Adams, making it a 2-on-3. Nice play by Jack Adams, and his reward is he's on the offense now. Over the line, Jack Adams in the middle, turns, leaves it back. Nice pass to Brendan White. Great save by Hill.
Well, hats off to Adams there.
Yeah.
That was a heck of a play.
Playmaking move by Jack Adams. And now Hill covers up and allows no rebound, no second chance here for MC. What a play by Jack Adams.
You know what you really have to be impressed by with Adams in that play is the patience that he demonstrated there. You know, he held that a long way. You know, a lot of players, they get the puck on the stick like that. It's like hot potato. They can't wait to get it off.
Well, and it wasn't a, you know, a lot of times kids are taught go outside, and that is a smart move, especially if you got range. But he saw activity on the 2-on-2, and there was some room to his left, and he came across the slot area. And as you said perfectly, Andrew, he held it and he was patient. And by then, Brendan White came into the play and he set him up for a great scoring chance. Harrington threw a screen, gloved by Hill, near post. Cam Hill's going to be a tired guy tonight. It was Austin Prep probably out shooting Malden Catholic in the first period, but boy, since then it's
different story.
I mean, Reeses has made some great saves on Austin Prep's opportunities, but you know they just haven't been enough for Austin Prep to climb back into this thing to this point. And MC has held on and not nursed the lead, but played with the lead very well.
No, definitely.
Center ice play. Russo tries to saucer it over to McDonough, gets it to McDonough. He can't get his shot past Shula. Centering pass intercepted by Lawrence, and he skates it out, but rolls off his stick, and Murphy sends it in deep for Austin Prep. Battle for it. Nobody controls. Now Russo sends one towards the net. Goes off the side of the cage, and Lawrence will try the right wing breakout to Austin Goldstein. And now Lawrence tries to find Philippe. Philippe gets around Verrier. Verrier knocks it away from Philippe now. And Verrier will flip it to center for Egan. Egan with help. He's got McAdams headed to the net. He sends McAdams in. And he can't get it under Reeses. Oh, he got it under him halfway, and Reeses able to cover up before it got to the goal line. Nice play by Mike Egan here to send in McAdams. First to recognize McAdams, had spun through the D, and then to hit him on the go.
They just can't get it to fall, no matter what they do.
Some nights that happens. McAdams on the draw with Justin Collins now. Offensive right wing corner for Austin Prep now. McAdams is waved out of there, and McKennelly will take the draw. McKennelly tries to go into the corner. It goes onto the stick of McLean. McKennelly right on him. McLean up to Witkowski. Witkowski bumped over there by Egan. And they have to retreat to center as McAdams gives it back to DeShulo over the line. He can't get it through Big McLean. And McKennelly circles back to the red line. We'll go across the rink to O'Toole. O'Toole's long shot in off the body of McLean. He lost sight of it. McKennelly now coming down the slot, sends it in. Centering pass and a shot near close post for Egan. Saved by Reeses. He lost sight of it. And Witkowski able to skate it out finally. Witkowski cuts the center. Witkowski uses a screen and sends a wrister in on Hill. And Witkowski used two Austin Prep players and his line mate Goldstein there at the blue line. And 9 times out of 10, that's going to result in offsides. But Goldstein had the presence of mind to stay onside and gave Witkowski a scoring opportunity.
And that's coming right back after another golden scoring opportunity in tight for Austin Prep. Again, they just can't find a way to get it across the goal line.
Yeah, frustrating day.
Very.
Lawrence now will send it wide of the net, looking for a tip play or a pass connection. Brendan White behind the net, watched closely by Duarte. Picked up by Botticelli. Nice pass to find Shula. Shula sends it down the boards away from Lundy. Behind the net is Adams. Adams, backhanded pass up the boards, intercepted by Sierra, who pokes it by Lawrence. Sierra with a stick high off the helmet of Lawrence. Adams now, nice play to leave it for Brendan White. White down the slot, shot goes wide. Botticelli first on it for Malden Catholic to Adams. Back to Shula, can't control, and Lawrence will cover up with 30 seconds left in the hockey game. Retreating is O'Connor. O'Connor behind the Austin Prep net now. Pat O'Connor, long pass up for Lundy, will go all the way down and be whistled for icing with 17.8 to go in the hockey game. And right now, Malden Catholic well in control, 3-0. We'll keep it here after the game for a couple of minutes to see the presentation of the Christy Serino trophy. So Philippe's line back out there for the last 17 seconds. Harrington with it now. Over to Yannikopoulos through a screen. Verrier on the backboards now, and Walter can't take it away from Verrier there. And Austin Prep tries to start out. Murphy over to Verrier. We're down to 3 seconds, 2 and 1, and that will be it. Maybe they were trying to get Philippe the hat trick there as he's got a couple of goals, but not sure that's the the long range. Well, these teams are going to see each other again, I suspect. So
yeah, absolutely.
The final goes into the books as a 3-0 win for Malden Catholic. There'll be an all-tournament team announced, and you know, there's a lot of teams. You can put 10 or 12 guys on this all-tournament team, but there will probably be some familiar names. You know, goaltender Malden Catholic split the duties one game to the next. So,
you think perhaps we might see Matt Philippe on the all-tournament team?
You might see Philippe and McLean, but we'll wait to see as the teams shake hands. The quick review: no scoring in the third period. So there were a couple of penalties. Philippe and Corey Goldstein took a minute and a half off each in the box, but Austin Prep not able to convert on either one or any of their power play opportunities today or any other shot today, as Alex Reeses posts the shutout here, a 3-0 win to take the title. And you see the team shaking hands now, and you know, a lot of, like we said before, a lot of guys, you know each other and shaking hands with guys that they know, and a little hug here and there, and McDonough and Shula, and you know, Shula with knowledge of some of the coaches as well. And you know, it's just it's a good tournament, it's good tradition, and these two, it's great competition between the two teams. So
absolutely.
We'll wait to see the announcement of the all-tournament teams, the presentation of the trophy, and not sure, I don't remember if there's an MVP of the tournament, but we'll see. We'll carry that all to you right now, My Hockey Live. We really appreciate you being here with us for this tournament, the games yesterday. If all goes well, tomorrow night at 6:30 we'll be in Reading for Arlington Catholic and Billerica, to be followed by Andover and Reading High in the championship of the Peter Doherty Bauer Winter Classic. So check into MyHockeyLive.com. And again, we appreciate you being with us for this tournament, and you can watch every game we have this year by purchasing a way overpriced $10 seasons pass. You figure if we do 100 games and it's $10, that's a dime a game. So that's not a bad deal in this day and age.
Oh, certainly not.
They have to put up with guys like us and our melodious tones, but...
Yeah. Hey, if you can find a better deal than $10 for an entire season worth of hockey, you tell me where to grab it, because I'm interested.
MyHockeyLive.com, baby. So we'll see. Maybe they're compiling votes here for whatever, but we expect announcements momentarily. I mean, they could probably present the winning team trophy without much question here. And
yeah, teams
I'm
are.
Sure, this is a little bit of purgatory for the AP guys as they have to stand on the line. And although there should be one or two guys in green out here to accept all tournament team honors, I would suspect. You know, there was no scoring today, and well, there's Cam Russo. We just got word that Matt Philippe indeed is going to be the MVP of this tournament with 3 goals and 3 assists over the two games. But first of all, Cam Russo is named to the all-tournament team.
Not a surprise.
Now, maybe some tournaments have one guy from each team, so we'll see how they carry this one through. And the MVP goes to number 12, Matt Philippe. So we got lucky with our interviews earlier in the day. We had Philippe and McLean on, and they go on to be all tournament team and MVP in the tournament. So the My Hockey Live good luck charm strikes again. Although we had Coach Finicaro and always gracious. Now the captains, Matt Philippe, Will Lawrence, and John McLean, along with the alternate captains, Jake Witkowski and Austin Goldstein will be out there. And there's a fivesome you can put out to kill a penalty or, you know, any combo there anytime. And
yeah, no, I'm sure there's no coach in the state of Massachusetts that wouldn't be happy to have that quintet on their team.
Yep. So MC wins the Christie Serino Classic once again, and they do it today with a 3-0 win over Austin Prep. But certainly Austin Prep will be a recognizable top 10 team this season. On paper, they're 2-1 right now, but you know they're going to be a force to be reckoned with as Coach Finicaro goes back to the drawing board, and you know he's got a lot of talent there. He's got a lot to work with, and as you said numerous times today, a bounce here or there. This is a 2-1 game in the third period, so you know not a lot between these two, but right now in the season, MC a little bit ahead in their progress in terms of knowing who should be where, when, and you know they did get a couple of bounces, but some of those bounces were because of what they did. And, you know, a good job by Alex Reeses in net, a win yesterday for Kyle Casey. And Cam Hill, nothing to be ashamed of between the pipes for Austin Prep.
I mean, you know, MC is the 4-time defending state champion. They got to be considered one of the favorites again this year. They certainly were coming into this tournament and didn't do anything in these last 2 games to make you think they shouldn't continue to be considered one of the top contenders to take the whole enchilada again at the end of the year. It's a lot of time between now and then. You got to expect they're only going to get better between now and then.
Well, that's going to wrap it up from Malden, the Valley Forum 2. We thank you for being with us both days, all 4 games. We'll be with you again hopefully Monday night from Reading, and then Wednesday midday right back here at the Valley Forum 2. Malden Catholic will host the Xaverian Hawks in a Catholic conference battle. That'll be Wednesday on MyHockeyLive.com. So for Pat Serio, as always, and for Andrew Greenberg, terrific job over the back-to-back doubleheaders here in Malden, and to Mike Abelson for a great job on the first game as well. We thank you all for being with us. Go to MyHockeyLive.com and sign up for that annual pass, the full year pass. We hope you'll be with us a lot this winter. For My Hockey Live from Malden, I'm Paul McNamara. Good night, everyone. Once again, the final, MC 3, Austin Prep, nothing. MC wins the Christie Serino Christmas Classic. Good night, everyone.